The basketball action continues. We got Sunday hoops for you here in the NBL. And we are coming to you live from the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. It is our second game of today. Zambales taking on Pangasinan. It is the Constructicons taking on the Asinderos. Our game at hand. And what a matchup we have for you this afternoon. Our second match of our Sunday triple header. Both teams looking to make significant differences in their standing so far in Group A. It is Kamsur on top. And you have Ticas, Santa Rosa, Pangasinan, and Manila. So Pangasinan at that fourth spot. With a win today, they could initially push for the top 3 or top 2 spot in Group A. Pero tumawid naman tayo. Group B action. We got Zambales though, top 3 in that group. A win here could also help them get that top 2 spot and tie with Nueva Ecija. Depends on the result later after this game. But this match is very meaningful for both squads because they want to establish themselves in the team standings. Let's take a look at the previous meeting. Ticas Kapampangan though defeating Pangasinan Asinderos 109-96. The third quarter points, that was the difference maker. 38 points from Ticas, and the field goal shooting was on the side of the Kapampangan. So something Pangasinan needs to work on today. Fast break points and third quarter points. If they could start their second half strong, it would be a big factor for them as they take on this team on your screens, Zambales. Their recent match can't stop the heat. 117-103. They showed a good fight, but it was Kamsur taking the upper hand in that one. 3-point field goals, halos pareho sila dun, 29-25. The assist game though was on the side of Kamsur, 27 assists. Second chance points, and the biggest lead of Kamsur was at 18. So if Zambales can limit the offense of Pangasinan, it would be big for them. So let's find out who will prevail here as we turn you over to our venue announcer.
It's the Zambales versus Pangasinan, live on the Leo Channel 23 and PusuP.com. The NBL 2025 Season President's Cup, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown. Here at the NEUST Sumacab Campus, Cabanatuan City. At this point, may we request everyone to please stand. Tumayo po tayo to honor the team hymns. First to sing the Pangasinan hymn, the Pangasinan Asinderos. Thank you very much, Pangasinan Asinderos. And to sing the Zambales hymn, the Zambales Constructicons.
Paligiran, tunay na masasabing kaaya-ayang lalawigan. Bawat batas ng laban ay iti, bawat puso ay iniithi. May ganda't yaman ating lahi, ito ang lalawigang Zambales. Sa pagsikat nais, mga tanawin at biyaya ay kaakit-akit, masaganang ani sa dagat at bukid, bunga ng supak ko'y nagamit, tamis ng tagumpay ay hatid, sintamis ng hanggang Zambales.
Thank you very much, Zambales Constructicans. At this time, join us for a brief moment of prayer for the quick recovery of our beloved NBL Pilipinas President, Ms. Rose Montreal. Get well, Ma'am Rose, and we'll see you very soon. Both teams to the center court for the sportsmanship handshake. Here we go, NBL fans. NBL fans, join me in welcoming the starting lineups. First, the Pangasinan Asinteros. At forward number 0, from Basista, Denver Main. Guard number 2 from Calasiao, Ivan Ventura. Playing center number 20 from Urdaneta, John Lalica. 2 guard number 24 from Dagupan, Neil Sendanya. At forward number 34 from Manawag, Brian Rosalin. The head coach is Chris Calagio, first assistant coach Jason Binluan. Now for Zambales Constructicons. At forward number 3 from Olongapo City, Nat Flores. Playing center number 20 from San Marcelino, Charles Gloria. At forward number 23 from Palawig, Lindon Del Rosario. From Cabangan, starting at guard number 24, Jerome Kipot. Guard number 27 from Subic, Jomari Madridejo. They are led by Sultan Celis, first assistant coach Ferdinand Castillo.
Starting 5 for both squads: Quipot, Madridejo, Gloria, Del Rosario, and Flores for Zambales. And for Pangasinan, Sendanya, Ventura, Lalica, and the like. They are set to go at it. It is our game number 2 of our Sunday triple header here in the NBL. Thank you very much to everyone joining us. The name is Nico Aaron, and I'm your anchorman for all matches today. And we got festive Sunday hoops for you. Our second game, Zambales and Pangasinan, set to go at it. Looking to get pivotal wins here today. Who will come out on top? Both teams, they want to get back in the win column. Speaking of Pangasinan and Zambales, both wanting to increase their standings in their respective groups. And we know both of these squads are evenly matched, young and hungry. And opening game jitters from both of them, getting warmed up. And earlier we had Manila and Taguig going at it. Taguig prevailing in that one. And our second match, Zambales and Pangasinan. Still here at the rice capital of the Philippines, Nueva Ecija. 10 on the clock. Good. Offensive rebound for Zambales. Oh! The timing on that shot to open things up is Ventura. What a play there. A Blaze 3 shot to open things up. Now our second game. Let's take a look at that again. Ventura putting on the brakes at the right time. And he scores that one. Getting Pangasinan on the board. And good start for them. Both of these teams actually are very fast-paced. They like getting that offense early. So it's a matter of who will be able to establish themselves in this one. If you're Zambales, you want to dictate the pace of this match. If you're Pangasinan, you want to establish your rhythm and get your key players going early on. So these first 5 minutes are very crucial for both teams. Ventura manning the point. He gives it to inside. Oh, we got alley-oop magic early on in the second. Number 2, Ventura to number 20, Rosalin. Number 34, rather. That connection. And it is a good start for Pangasinan. They establish the press. That is a 1-2-2 press from Pangasinan. And what a 1-2-2 press does is it forces your point guard to get out of rhythm. And you force him to give that ball up early. And that is why Zambales committed that turnover. Let's take a look at that again. Ventura sharing that rock early. Good alley-oop feed. Put that on your highlight reel. 7 straight points now for Pangasinan. Sendanya joins the party. Kipot slowing things down. He uses the pick. Goes to Flores. Nifty work from the big man. Good pick and roll action there. They go to Quipot. Oh, and fast break. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. Both teams love to play fast. They love to push the pace. And this is why it is back and forth early in this first. Sendanya, loses the handle though. 3-on-1 break for Zambales. Gloria uses the board. And he says, allow me to tie things up. But that's a blaze shot. So it's 8-7, lead goes to Zambales. Quick answer. And talking about quick offense. A minute ago, this was 7-0. And now it is quickly 8-7. But Sendanya answers back 10-8. Back and forth in quarter number 1. Gloria is fouled. And this is what you would expect. You have two young, high-caliber offensive teams. They're not going to slow things down. It's about pushing the pace. Especially that it is get back up. That is the moniker for both of these squads. Pangasinan and Zambales coming off of losses. They want to bounce back and increase their spot in the standings. So a lot to play for here. Gloria goes over 2 at that trip. Pangasinan, they're running DHO. The weave offense. We see this a lot nowadays. Rosales, sneaking his way through. Rosalin rather. Apologies for that. But Rosalin just sneaking his way in that. And Del Rosario says, let me give you an answer. 1 point ball game. We're already in double digits for both squads. Main, he hits that free throw line, Jay. Del Rosario, he check. Not that time. Fast break opportunity for Pangasinan. Oh, Ventura able to draw the foul. And you gotta love the energy to start our NBL action in game number 2. Back and forth we go. What a game so far, and it's only quarter number 1. Ivan Ventura at the free throw line. And this pace actually, I would say it favors both squads. They both love to play quick. They both love to get early offense. So if you're the coaching staff of either team, it's about a chess match. What kind of adjustments are you willing to make throughout this game? And if you could also play slow, who could slow down the pace here? That would be the question. And look at this. Pangasinan already establishing full court man-to-man. They really want Zambales to commit early turnovers. So it's a test for them and the composure of the Constructicons. Ventura manning the rock. Swings it. 10 to shoot for Pangasinan. Main, same spot. Not that time. Good stop for Zambales. Quipot gets it to Gloria. Oh, that is a good high-low play. And that connection works early. Three-point ball game. Untalan, cash, money. From deep. It is a 6-0 run for Pangasinan. Gloria, too much muscle on that one. Good job there for Pangasinan to draw the foul. Let's take a look at that one again. And Main establishing himself early, so as a tip to all of our viewers watching, that's how you draw an offensive foul. You want to be the first player at that spot. You establish your square position, you absorb the contact, most likely that call will go your way. So Main doing a good job there for Pangasinan. Ventura uses the glass. Good shot there. And it is now Pangasinan's biggest lead so far at 8. Good defense. The pressure. Rosalin always met up top. Zambales is the one running now. Cherry pick. Oh, in and out. Helter-skelter basketball here in the first. Untalan. Go, good feed on the inside. In and out. Both teams trying to find the rim early. Whew. What a pace. And this is actually a very high scoring start. Both teams already in double digits early on here in the first. Pangasinan sticking with their man-to-man pressure. Flores attacks the defense and he draws the blocking foul. So that time earlier, Pangasinan drew the charge. And in this sequence, Zambales able to draw the block. And that time, Flores was first to the spot. And he's trying to go 2 for 2 on this trip. And both of these squads, the upside for both Pangasinan and Zambales is there. They've had pivotal wins in this tournament. And for them, it's about getting back in that win column. And only one of them can do that today. The question is, who will it be? And Rosalin gets the ball on the outside. He's trying to go DHO, but good denial by Zambales. Oh, just that foul there. But so far, that sequence, it is a good defensive sequence for Zambales. For Pangasinan, they're trying to push the pace. Zambales, they could actually try to slow this down. Not get into what Pangasinan wants to do early on. And so far, Zambales has been defending well on the half court. Ventura kicks it out to Untalan, in and out. Good stop for Zambales. They swing it. It's foul on the floor. And you're also watching our games on pusopete.com. All the action here on a Sunday, your NBL Sunday. It's also Smart Sports. We bring the action. And Zambales wanting to bounce back. And what could be a big win for them if they do pull this one out. And his first trip at the line, it is Allen Fomera. Looking to go 2 for 2 on this trip, and he does. Game is back to 6 points. 15-21 is our score here at the venue. And both teams trying to create that gap. Offensive foul. And the stars of both teams looking to get their rhythm here early. And good defense there for Pangasinan. Each team nearing the penalty mark. 18 on the clock. Flores on top. Oh, with a spin. Unable to get it to go. Fomera swings it. Swing action. In and out. That's good ball movement though by Zambales. They just need to convert their shots. And speaking of converting your shots, Ligon just does that. Corner three-pointer. Pushes Pangasinan's lead to 9. And he is called for steps. So it's the pace of Pangasinan rather really paying dividends for them early on. Let's take a look at that one again. Drive and dish. And that bucket is in. And that is why it is the Asinderos within 9. Of course, led by head coach Christian J. Calagio. And for Zambales, we got John Mayo checking in. Zambales is led by coach Sultan Celis. It's about which one will be able to make the adjustments here today. Good defense though by Zambales. Able to get a stop. The turnover though by Mayo. Pangasinan sticking to their half-court man-to-man pressure. And Zambales just needing to be a little more patient in their half-court sets. They do get good looks. They just need to not fall to the trap of Pangasinan. Because it's still a 9-point game. This is very manageable, especially it's only the first quarter. So if you're Zambales, you wouldn't want to give in the defensive pressure that Pangasinan is applying. If they're playing quick, you know, my coach would always say, don't let the other team dictate the pace of the game. You gotta dictate the pace, and whichever team does that, most likely will get the win. So this is still a 9-point game. Zambales just needs to be more calm on the half court. And Pangasinan, they need to keep up their pressure if they want to remain this lead. As our referees are checking ball possession for this one. Very crucial here. I mean, it's the first quarter, but every possession matters, so they want to get it right. And for those of you joining us, thank you so much. Let's take a look at the referee's call.
As reviewed from the replay center, it was a normal foul on Alan Pomera of Zambales, going for the ball. Retain possession, Pangasinan.
First foul on Alan Pumela.
So they call it a personal foul on the ball because of that swipe there, stopping that transition opportunity for Pangasinan. And we are back to live action. Everyone just joining us, my name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for all 3 games on Sunday Hoops here in the NBL. The second game, Pangasinan and Zambales. And what a match this is. Back and forth we go. Pangasinan already in the penalty though. And if you're Zambales, every time you get the ball up court, this is a chance for you to attack. Just attack the rim. You don't want to force your shots, but you also don't want to go for the outside shots. If you know Pangasinan's in the penalty, you always have to be the smarter team and use that to your advantage. Make them draw fouls. You could attack mismatches. You could go on isolations. A lot of things for Zambales here in the next minute that they could go at because Pangasinan is at the penalty. And right on cue. There it is. I think they heard me on that one. And they get to the line early, so good chance for Zambales to trim this one and get points while the time is stopped. So it is an 11-point ball game. Pangasinan still on top with 26 points. Big 26 points already here in the first. As Zambales looking to trim this to within single digits before we end our first period. Fomera goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Brings it back to within 9. Fabia though sees the ISO a little too quick. Fomera swings it. Pangasinan going back to a man zone, so quick adjustment for them. Oh. But Zambales, number 9, Christian Dorde says, I have no problem with that. It is now a 7-point ball game. Good defense from Zambales. Quick adjustment there earlier. Pangasinan, they started with a full court man-to-man and then a half court man-to-man. And then that recent trip, they went on a man zone. So Zambales adjusting quickly. Zambales now, they stick to their half court man-to-man. Shot clock winds down. Oh, right at the nick of time. Mesha Torres brings Pangasinan's lead back to 10. On the clock for Zambales. Mayo attacks baseline. Good stop for Pangasinan. Oh, putting on the brakes. Just unable to finish. Good move though by Mark Fabia. Just unable to get the end one. So Pangasinan starting off with 30 points here in the first. It's good start for them. They've been able to dictate the pace of this game so far. They started with a full court press. And when you do that, that means you want to be the faster team. You want to be the quicker team. And you want to force the other team to commit turnovers. And so far, they've been doing that. And that is why Pangasinan is up by 11. They already have 30 points here in the first. Zambales still within striking distance. They've made significant adjustments that have kept them in this one. 14 shot clock. Good dish. And Torres baiting both defenders. He will go back to the line for two. Both teams already in the penalty. It is number 5, Mesha Torres at the free throw line once again. For Pangasinan, Team Governor Patrick Karamat and the Team Governor William Cesar. And the team manager Richie Abulos as well. For Zambales, it is Team Governor Leneth Mateo, Team Manager Christopher Gongora, and Consultant Carl Rico. So, a lot of supporters for both of these teams as Dinla gets one at the buzzer, and it is an 11-point ball game. Advantage for Pangasinan at the end of the first. Let's take a look at that final shot nearing the buzzer. Good answer for Zambales. And it is still a back and forth game. 11 points between the two teams as we approach our second quarter of action.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo Vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Back to live action here in the NBL, and now we go on the women's side. Of course, Women Power WNBL, the Rising Stars, 18 under and 25 under, calling all local organizers in Luzon and Visayas. The WNBL Rising Stars is now accepting applications from local city and provincial qualifier organizers who wish to join us in developing the next generation of women's basketball talent. Interested organizers are encouraged to submit their application, including their resume, to the respective contacts of the NBL. So not only do the men get featured, but so do the women, rightfully so. Women's hoops is also rising here in the Philippines. And speaking of basketball, we go back to live action here in quarter number 2, in game number 2, here in the NBL, still here inside the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, the rice capital of the Philippines. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman. And what a day of hoops we have this Sunday. So happy Sunday to everyone tuning in on all of our NBL platforms. This game features two young and hungry teams, Zambales and Pangasinan, as Fomera opens things up here in our second quarter. Fast break opportunity for Zambales. Oh, I'll meet you at the rim, says Dorte. And now that lead is down to 5. How quickly things can change. And this is what I said earlier. Both teams playing at a fast pace. The leads can change quickly. This was once an 11-point game and now it is 5. Pangasinan starting the first quarter strong, and now Zambales coming up with the answer early here in the second quarter. Fabia, they're trying to get it in the post. Oh, good read. Torde. Oh, he is fouled by Torres. Good stops for Zambales, and this was our talking point in the first quarter. Who will dictate the pace of the game? Pangasinan did it in the first. Now Zambales is doing it in the second. And that is why they have clawed back it is only a 5-point ball game. What an adjustment. And at the line now is Frank Christian Dorde, rather. Yeah, he is at the free throw line, just scored 2 points there. And he looks to get 2 more on this trip. One for 2. So it is a 4-point ball game here in our second game of the National Basketball League. And Christian Dorde will get another crack at the line. And he has been solid so far for the Constructicons of Zambales. He makes up for it. And it is now only a 3-point lead for the Asinderos. And the adjustment that Zambales has been able to make, they've been reading those paint passes earlier. See? Just like that, quick in the paint. That's why Zambales is forced to take jumpers like that. So the interior defense of Zambales looking much sharper now. So Pangasinan being forced to take mid-range jumpers and 3-point jumpers. The good news though for Pangasinan is they still have the lead. And they could capitalize on this. They just need to convert their outside shots. They try to go inside. Trinidad forced to kick it out. Torres to Ventura. Good way to sneak in the defense. Fomera, quick answer. 1-2 punch. Both team exchanging blows. And it is a 2-point ball game. What basketball action here in the NBL. Zambales a chance to tie. Dorde in and out. Whew. We need that break. Back and forth we go. 31-34. Here in quarter number 2. Both teams not wanting to play out the half court. Every chance they've had, they try to push. And that's been the style, and that's what you expect. You know, when you have two young teams, they're going to push the pace. They're going to play fast. And both teams, Pangasinan, I notice, is really trying to attack that paint. They want to get to their bigs. They want to get to Trinidad. They want to get to Rosalin. And they are also trying to get to this man, John Lalica, in the paint, really trying to utilize their bigs early on. And he is rewarded with 2 trips at the foul line. Unable to hit that one though. What a game we're having. 2-point ball game. Pangasinan and Zambales. Unable to convert on both. Lalica looking to make up for it. Pangasinan still with a 2-point lead. And pushing foul will be called on Sendanya.
Pushing foul, number 24. Sendanya has first, second team foul.
And Pangasinan, they had that hot start in the first quarter. But Zambales is able to make the quick adjustments. And they do call a timeout here. It is a 2-point ball game here in the second quarter. More action in the NBL when we come back. We are back to live action here in the National Basketball League. Still here inside Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. It is our President's Cup Season 2025. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for all of our action this Sunday, and we bring you hoops non-stop in the NBL. It is two young squads going at it for our second game, Zambales and the Pangasinan. Pangasinan starting quarter one early. It was a good start for them, establishing that 11-point lead, really making it a fast-paced offensive affair. But Pangasinan, though, and Zambales rather, able to make some adjustments. So we'll be back for more action here in the NBL. We're back. The action resumes. A little bit of technical difficulties there, but all is well right now. We are resuming to live action, Zambales and Pangasinan. What a game so far. The adjustments have been on point for both teams. Fomera, midline J, that is cash for number 12. Allen Fomera. And we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 34 all. Our first tie of this game. Zambales able to get a stop and a chance for the Constructicons to take the lead. Pangasinan sticking with their half-court man-to-man. Fomera, offensive rebound. Back-to-back buckets for Allen Fomera, and he gives Zambales their first lead of the game. What a turn of events here in quarter number 2. Ventura, he goes to the post. They want ISO, they swing it back to Ventura. Midline J, book it! Oh. And Ivan Ventura tying things up once again. And the heat is only turning up. Edmilag and Lalika. Of course, the two big men really going at it. The physicality has been at its highest so far. Smart move from both teams, really pulling their players away from each other. You gotta cool down, you gotta chill. You gotta give credit to the referees and the coaching staff for both Zambales and Pangasinan not wanting their players to get any penalties early here, because it is 36 all in the second quarter with 7 minutes to play. You do not want to shift the momentum to either side. So we have a ongoing replay, and wow, the intensity is turned up a notch here in the second quarter. Now Pangasinan, they have been able to control the pace so far in the first quarter. And when we started the second quarter though, Zambales has made the necessary adjustments. Even if Pangasinan stuck to their half-court and full-court man-to-man, Zambales has been able to respond quickly. And they've been able to do it through those offensive rebounds and fast break opportunities. So here you have Ventura with the jump shot, and Lalika and Ednilag both called for technical fouls. Really fighting for that rebound. And the referees had to separate them early on. See, Edlika went for the box out, and Lalika just reacting to that physicality. And look, that's just part of the game. That's just part of basketball. So you gotta take a breath, and you know what they say: cool heads will prevail. And so we are back. This is good basketball, folks. Quarter number 2, 36 all. And this is what you would expect when you have two teams wanting to get back in the win column. Oh, good block by Lalika. Defensive sequence there for Pangasinan is good. .718 here in quarter number 2. And we are tied once again at 36. Almonte, pick and roll with Lalika. And Lalika is called for the offensive foul. A little too much on that one. Good intention though, but the elbow just gave it away. It is now the third team foul rather for Pangasinan. Both teams trying to create a gap. They've been trying to figure out each other. Oh, that is a three-pointer for Jumari Madridejo, number 27. Stroking it from long range. And he gives Zambales a 3-point advantage. As Trinidad is caught dancing to the wrong song. Zambales able to get a good string of stops. So a while ago, Pangasinan able to build on their lead. They had their lead as much as 12 in that first quarter. Now Zambales with possession. They have a 3-point lead. A chance for them to get within double digits. Can they capitalize? Or will Pangasinan create a string of stops? Eight on the clock for Zambales.
5 seconds.
5. And Fomera. And he is called for steps on that one. The ball will go back for Pangasinan. It is still a 3-point ball game. The offense has been cold so far for Pangasinan. And courtesy to Zambales' defense, they've been able to adjust. And foul on the floor. But the good news for Pangasinan and the Asinderos is they've been able to build that lead in the first quarter. And that's why even if Zambales did respond, they are only within 3. Talking about Pangasinan, so they still have the upper hand to make adjustments. Rosalin loses it. Lalika picks it up. He's harassed inside. And he is called for too many steps. A travel, good stop for Zambales. And Zambales doing a good job of clogging the paint of Pangasinan, forcing them to shoot on the outside. Fomera, not that time. Napalakas siya dun. Pangasinan slows it down. on a Sunday, says the big man. That is a Blaze 3 shot. 42 points now, a 6-point advantage. The biggest lead for Zambales so far. Lalika swings it out. No foul called. A stop for Zambales. Gloria, oh, too strong on that shot. Chance for Pangasinan to convert. And they draw a foul, number 23, Almonte. He will send himself at the free throw line. And that is the coaching staff of Zambales, or Pangasinan rather, giving solid reminders. Just keep your hands straight, keep your hands square, as it will be a foul on the floor. So Pangasinan will take it on a sideline inbounds. 14 on the shot clock of the Asinderos. Oh, Pio Quinto with the up and under, just unable to finish. Del Rosario, he's double teamed at the corner. Fomera says, cool it down. Del Rosario, long range. And the big man could also hit from deep. 9-point ball game, and Zambales now the biggest lead for the Constructicons. They turn the tables on Pangasinan. And a good rebound though for number 77. That is Aldrin Ligon. Ventura, number 2. And number 9 is Fabia on the floor for Pangasinan. He will attack, kicks it out. Oh, what an answer! Aldrin Ligon, the other big man, answers back. And he says, what you can do, I can do as well. Number 77 with a 3-point bucket, and the game is now back to 6. What a basketball game. Del Rosario with the answer, no good.
There are people coming in for Fomera.
Fomera rather checks out. And we got fresh legs coming in for Zambales. The Constructicons are up by 6. And this is what we mentioned earlier. 24 big points for Zambales in the second quarter. Pangasinan had that scoring in the first. Zambales now has the scoring in the second. And that is why they are up by 6 here in quarter number 2. And we got a coach's challenge. So let's wait and see what the referees decide here. But what a turn of events here in the NBL. And we talked about this earlier. Pace is the name of the game. Quarter 1, Pangasinan dictated the pace. Here in quarter 2, Zambales dictating the pace. That's why they have 24 points in the second quarter compared to Pangasinan's 8. The good news though for Pangasinan, they've established that lead earlier. That's why this is still a manageable 6-point ball game for them. So they're trying to look at who had the last touch. And you really have to value these possessions, especially in a game like this.
play center. The challenge made by Zambales was successful. Last touch on Brian Rosalin of Pangasinan.
Successful is the challenge for Zambales. Let's take a look at that one. And the last touch was off Rosalin, number 34 of Pangasinan. So successful challenge there for the staff of the Constructicons. Head coach Sultan Celis. Ball will go to Pangasinan. 10 on the shot clock. Another foul on the floor. Zambales is at the penalty. Pangasinan has 4 fouls.
Number 9, Fabia is first. And that is the 15th
First foul on Fabia.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
14 on the clock for the Constructicons. Unable to convert on that trip. And if you're Pangasinan, now we're talking about adjustments. Well, for them, it's about just converting on their outside shots, because Zambales right now has been doing a good job of containing the bigs of Pangasinan. They've been forcing Pangasinan to shoot from the outside. Every time the Asenderos get that ball in the paint, Zambales forcing them to kick it out and convert. So good adjustments, and this is what we talked about pre-game. The chess match between these two teams. Pangasinan starting early. They've had a good start. Zambales able to make the adjustments. So let's see how this team on your screens, the Asenderos of Pangasinan, will respond with 2:33 here in the second. Both teams also in the penalty. And Nathaniel Flores for Zambales, looking to continue to lead the charge for the Constructicons and construct on this 6-point advantage they have. Alongside him, of course, Charles Gloria and the rest of the Constructicons wanting to bounce back with a win here. So does Pangasinan, though. They also want to get back in the win column. That's why this game is so crucial for both squads. As we talk about the Asenderos. Number 9, Mark Fabia on your screens. And also he's joined by Brian Rosalin and the rest of the Pangasinan Asenderos. Also wanting to put themselves back in the win column. And that is why this is a big match feel from both of these squads. Pangasinan and Zambales both wanting to eke out a win here. Our referees are looking at something here. Really wanting to make sure they get their calls right. And to everyone just joining us, it is a Sunday Hoops here at the NBL, here at the rice capital of the Philippines, Nueva Ecija, from the University of Science and Technology of Nueva Ecija. This beautiful gymnasium, the home of the newest Phoenix. And today it is host for your Sunday basketball action in the NBL. Pangasinan and Zambales giving each other their best punch. That is why it is a 6-point ball game. If you love basketball, then this is the place to be. What a game so far. Both teams playing very high octane, fast offense. Talking about the Constructicons and the Asinderos. As our referees are about to make their official call.
As reviewed from the replay center, it was a flagrant foul on Flores Jose of Zambales for holding the legs of an airborne player of Carl Pabia of Pangasinan. 2 free throws plus ball possession.
Second foul on Flores.
And there you go. Second foul right there called on Flores. And the referees did see this on the replay. They checked, and that is the call there. He is called for a holding foul on Pangasinan's number 9, Mark Fabia. So that is the second foul of Nathaniel Flores. He is called on that holding foul, grabbing the legs of Mark Fabia. That is why he is at the line. And he converts, giving Zambales 46, or Pangasinan rather, 40 points right now. Back-to-back buckets at the line. Able to convert is Fabia for the Asinderos. And it is now a 4-point ball game, 41-45. Both teams already at the 40-point mark here in quarter number 2. Nico Aaron is the name. And I am more than pleased to bring you all the action here in the NBL. What a game we have here. Game number 2 and match number 2. Offensive rebound for Pangasinan. They swing it out. Lingon will try from 3. He hit one earlier. This time it doesn't go in. Oh, good save from Flores, just giving it to the wrong man. Almonte, oh, he goes up top. Good find there to Pio Quinto. And a while ago, Zambales had a run. Now it is Pangasinan's turn to answer. Flores swings it out to Quipot. Ooh. And that is a foul called. Offensive foul on number 71, Pio Quinto. Let's take a look what happened there. Extending that one a little too much. And that's why he is called for the offensive foul. Head coach's challenge once again. We got a lot of challenges in this one. Very reasonable because it is a close match. So both coaches wanting to value every single possession here in the second quarter because they are very valuable. As on your screens right now is head coach Christian Calagio for Pangasinan, giving pointers to his wards. And Pangasinan able to make the adjustments. Zambales getting those defensive stops, but Pangasinan able to convert on offense. That's what we talked about earlier. And Pangasinan doing just that, converting when they needed to. And that is why it is now a 2-point ball game. Let's take a look at the referee's call.
As reviewed from the replay center, the challenge made by Pangasinan was successful.
The head coach challenge is successful. And a defensive foul on Zambales number 23, Lyndon Del Rosario. Good challenge there for the Asinderos, and the head coach Christian Calagio giving his team that possession. A chance for them to tie or take the lead are the Asinderos of Pangasinan. Momentum has shifted to their side here in quarter number 2. Oh, Rosalin takes it straight to the cup. And we are even at 45. Brian Rosalin in the teeth of the defense, taking that straight to the cup. And that is why we got a timeout on the floor. 45 all, more action when we return. Back to live action here in the National Basketball League. It is a Sunday Hoops festivity. Still here at the rice capital of the Philippines. My name is Nico Aaron, and it has been a spectacular affair between both of these squads looking to get back in the win column. Zambales and Pangasinan, two young and hungry squads. Both going back and forth, giving their best punch. 45 apiece. It has been a game of adjustments for the Constructicons of Zambales and the Asenderos of Pangasinan. And at the line right now is number 9, Frank Dorde. He wants to give the lead back to Pangasinan. They had it earlier here. They want to go into the half with the lead. 54 seconds, still a lot of basketball here. 1 point ball game. They swing it too strong though. And both teams fighting for possession. We have a jump ball. It looks like the possession arrow will stay. And we got a jump ball at the free throw line. Flores and Ligon set to go at it. Oh. And smart play there for Fabia off the fingertips. Ball will go to Pangasinan after this timeout.
As reviewed from the replay center, the challenge made by Zambales was unsuccessful. Last touch on Kipot of Zambales. Pangasinan ball.
Challenge not going the way though for Zambales on that one. Let's take a look. What exactly happened there? Both players fighting for possession, but it looks like, yeah, it was a smart play by Fabia to hit it off the fingertips of Zambales. Number 24, Jerome Quipot. So that is why ball will go to Pangasinan. And they have the 1-point lead. Nico Aaron still with you here in the second quarter. I'm your anchorman, and it is a Sunday full of festivities. What a game we have. Pangasinan and Zambales. As we have 17 remaining here in the second quarter. And the Asenderos, though, run out of time in that possession. Good stop for Zambales. A chance for them to take the final shot in the second quarter. 10 seconds. The shot clock is turned off. Ball is in the hands of Quipot. They give it. Oh! Foul on the floor. Ball will stay with Pangasinan though. They'll get possession, but Zambales trying to convert there. I think Quipot rushed that one a bit. He could have swung it to the left. They had the weak side. And a little too tight for them to attack on that possession, but we're going to have another review. Let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's only the second quarter. What a game so far. The referees are going to take a look at that one again. Who had the last touch and how much time was left on the clock. Now heading into halftime, if you were to ask what adjustments both teams were to make, well, for Zambales, it's about limiting your turnovers and continuing to capitalize off of the defensive stops they've been giving Pangasinan. If it's Pangasinan, on the other side, you want to continue the offensive rhythm you had in the first quarter. You want to continue to pounce on that fast-paced basketball they like. For head coach Christian Calagio and his wards, they want to look to get back to their offensive rhythm. They want to break away in that second half. So both teams looking to get back to the locker room, make the adjustments in that second half, because it has been a back and forth affair here in quarter number 2. And these two teams want to get back in the win column. And that's why the score is as it stands, 46-45 here in our NBL President's Cup season 2025. And my name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman throughout this Sunday festivities here in Nueva Ecija. As it will be 2 shots at the line for number 27. This is Jumari Madridejo, as he is rewarded with a trip to the foul line. We got exactly, it says here at the venue, we got a minute remaining here in quarter number 2. But yeah, they're trying to fix the time, the exact time on the clock. Yeah, these seconds are very valuable, especially in a game like this. Every second counts because either team could actually convert still. So the biggest lead in this ball game was 12. And that 12-point lead was held by Zambales. Or Pangasinan rather. And Zambales able to cut that 12-point lead. Zambales' lead was at 8. And Pangasinan able to answer. So both teams back and forth here in quarter number 2. And we're just trying to get the time right here in the venue. And earlier it was at 10 seconds before that coach's challenge. So before Madridejo takes his second attempt, they want to get the time right because it will be either a rebound or ball possession. So before we start that, they need to get the exact numbers on their way here in the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. We are at Cabanatuan, Nueva Ecija, the rice capital of the Philippines. It is home for your Sunday hoops here in the NBL President's Cup 2025. And Nico Aaron, your anchorman for all matches here today. And I hope you're enjoying the hoops, because I am. Because what a game this is. Zambales and Pangasinan, really fast-paced, high-octane offense. 45-46 already here in the second quarter. In what has been one of the longest second quarters in this tournament. And that's because we had a mix of coaches' challenges, possession replays, and now we are trying to determine the time on the clock. It is 1 second. That's what it says here at the venue. 1 second game clock. So Madridejo looking to convert here, give his team the lead and tie this ball game. Though they have a chance to tie, talking about Zambales, and Madridejo does. 46 all, 1 second to go, and that is our second quarter of action. We need this break. 46 apiece. Basketball continues. Second half analysis and more when we return here in your NBL President's Cup.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Sige. Galingan mo, Bogs. Come on. Take your time. 50 seconds left. Bogs Martil of Zambales. For Beyond the Arch. Courtesy of Arch Athletics. 30 seconds. You can make it, Boggs. Come on. 20 seconds left. You got one. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pasok. Nakatatlo si Boggs. So, Boggs Mortil scored 9 points. Next up si Dondon Dapitan mula naman sa Cabanatuan. 9 points ha, Dondon. Yung ating first contestant. Your 1 minute starts now. Score to beat is 9 points from Boggs Mortil. Nakaisa kagad. 45 seconds. Dondon Dapitan, come on. Take your best shot. 35 seconds. He got 2. 30 seconds left. Dondon Dapitan. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice try. Dondon Dapitan. He made the 2 3-point baskets, so 6 points for Dondon. Last but not the least, si John David from Gapan, Nueva Ecija. So far, leading natin si Boggs Mortil with 9 points. All right, John David, your 1 minute starts now. Parang basic na basic yung tingin ni, ni John David. 50 seconds. Score to beat is 9 points, John David. 40 seconds left. Beyond the arch of Arch Athletics. 30 seconds. 25. He got 1. 2. 15 seconds left. Tie with Boggs Mortil. 5 seconds. Let's make 1 basket para manalo dito sa ating Beyond the Arch. 2, 1. And he makes it! Congratulations! In the nick of time. John David scored 12 points. Ang ating winner for Beyond the Arch by Arch Athletics. Congratulations, John David of Gapan, Nueva Ecija. You won for yourself an exciting prize from Arch Athletics. And we have a good news, mga ka-NBL. Free sopas is being served just outside the gym. Feel free to drop by and enjoy. Meron po tayong libreng sopas, courtesy of Governor Oye Umali. Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Get yours now. May libre pong sopas sa labas ng ating pong venue.
second game, Zambales and Pangasinan. We are even at 46 apiece. And what a match it has been so far. Let's take a look at the highlights. Opening quarter, it was Pangasinan dictating the pace of that one, really wanting to play fast, wanting to play quick. Zambales able to answer though. They have been stellar in their adjustments as well. That was a first quarter that went Pangasinan's way, 32-21. The second quarter though, Zambales making the adjustments and able to fight back what was once a 12-point lead for Pangasinan. Zambales did trim it, and this is where they took the lead, leading by as much as 8. I'm talking about the Constructicons of Zambales answering back, but Pangasinan able to make the adjustments as well. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, 46 all is the score. And take a look at this stat, 44%. We are so even at the field goals. Points from turnovers, 17-11. It's the second chance points standing out for Pangasinan. They have 10 to Zambales' 4, but Zambales making up for it though with a fast break, 15-3. They lead that area. Leading scorers, it is Allen Fomera at 14 points and John Ventura 11 points for Pangasinan. And you have the other cast joining them as well. And we are set to begin our second half of action here in the National Basketball League President's Cup Season 2025. My name is Nico Aaron, and I am really happy to be joining you this Sunday for our hoops here inside the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. And what a game it has been so far. If you love basketball, then this is the game you should watch. Del Rosario opening things up here in our third quarter, giving Zambales a 2-point advantage. Same starting five for both teams here in the second half. Ventura is too strong on that one. Oh, but number 34, Rosalin, answering back. But we got a quick answer as well. What a match, back and forth action here inside the newest university. And Rosalin says, let me answer right away. Brian Rosalin, back-to-back points for Pangasinan. A tale of two teams playing very similar. Donde with the float, unable to get that one. Rosalin wants to push. Ventura. Oh, the timing! Ivan Ventura getting himself back on the board for Pangasinan. And he draws an offensive foul. Just when you thought these two teams were tired, no they weren't. Right out the gates, back and forth we go, and Ventura drawing that offensive foul, and he shows us, ooh, a little bit of that off-speed timing on that layup. They kick it out, unable to hit, but he gets his miss. Talking about Sendanya. Offensive rebound for him. Natapik doon ni Del Rosario. And it is a 1-point ball game now. Back and forth still here in the third quarter. Neither team really breaking away. Just when you thought one team had a lead, the other team fights back. Oh, Rosalin. Cash money for number 34, Brian Rosalin. He is on his own personal 7-0 run. Talking about Rosalin, the big man. A 7-0 run for him. Ventura finding his big man from deep. Cashing it in from the corner is Brian. And he gives Pangasinan a 4-point advantage here in quarter number 3. As Frank Christian Dorde is at the line for Zambales. And a while ago, we asked who will make the adjustments. And for Pangasinan, they have been able to do so in the opening period here in the third. Getting their early offense like they did in that first quarter. 14 on the clock. They swing it inside. Ventura, what will he do? Goes for the floater, that's no good. Picked up by Maine. Zambales, a chance to tie. Formera, mid-range J, that is butter. Smooth like butter. That is a blaze 3 for Allen Formera. And we are back at 55 apiece. Neither team letting go of the rope. Let's take a look at this one again. Allen Formera, mid-range J. That is cash for number 12. Just when you thought Pangasinan has the lead, Zambales able to answer. But they turned it over. Main strong drive. He is fouled. Neither team taking their foot off the gas. We also talked about pace earlier in this game. Let's take a look at that again. Main with a drive. Oh, both Del Rosario trying to go for the ball, but it was the arms they met. And Main is rewarded at the foul line. So back to the point. Earlier, in the first two periods, we talked about pace. And both teams, they're young. They like to play quick. They like to play at a fast pace. And that was the story for both of these teams in the first two quarters. And here in the second half, still a very fast-paced match. Look at that, see? Back and forth. Helter-skelter basketball. Rosalin taking it strong, no good. Good defense though by Formera. Pangasinan holds on to a 2-point advantage. As Del Rosario will draw the foul and he will be rewarded at the line for 2. What a game this has been. The biggest lead was once at 12 for Pangasinan. Then Zambales trimmed that down. Then at that second quarter, Zambales had the lead at 8. And Pangasinan trimmed that down. And now we are within 2. Del Rosario looking to tie this up again at 57 apiece. He is now currently 1 for 2 at the foul line. And he goes 2 for 2. Perfect outing for number 23. Lyndon Del Rosario, another big man for Zambales, who also has that shooting. 7 minutes here in the third. Ventura crosses over, in and out, and ball will stay with Pangasinan. 12 on the clock for the Asenderos. Baseline inbound. Ten to shoot. Good defense for Zambales. Mayo. He'll take it all himself, and he is met there. And lucky for them, that is a foul. Ball will stay with the Constructicons. The fast break points have been on the side of Zambales, but the points of turnovers have been on the side of Pangasinan. So both teams contrasting on the stats sheet. And at halftime, we showed you that stat. 44% field goal percentage. So both of these teams really nearing the 50-point mark. That's how even it is. And as I say that, the score will speak for itself. We're at 57 apiece. As Allen Fomera is back at the free throw line. He currently has 16 points to his name. Make that 17 for Allen. Looking to get point number 18 if he could go perfect at this trip. Oh, 1 of 2 for Fomera. Good feed. Salin. Out of bounds play. That is tapped by Zambales. Ball will stay with Pangasinan. They have 17 on the clock. Baseline inbound. Main gives Ventura a screen. He uses it. And he is fouled at the line. Good screen there by Main, giving his point guard the space to operate. And Ventura, number 2, will get to the line for 2 free throws. So Zambales and Pangasinan, both teams, for those of you just joining us, both of these teams, they want to get back in the win column. Talking about Pangasinan and Zambales. And that is why neither wanting to let go of the rope. The adjustments have been on point for both squads. And we are even again at 58. Can Ventura give them an advantage? 1 for 2. We are nearing the halfway point in our third quarter. 6 minutes, a lot of basketball to play. Del Rosario, it's too tight for him to get in. He turns it over. Ventura to Rosalin, and he says, let me kiss that off the glass. And this is the theme of the game. Back and forth we go. Blaze threes for both squads. And as we talked about earlier, just when one team scores, the other has an answer. And we are at 61 all. Another tie. Fomera tries to go on a fast break. Natapik dun ni Rosalin. Back and forth blows from both squads. Ventura to Rosalin for Pangasinan. And on the other end, Fomera says, let me make up for that 2 points and let's tie it again. I want it at 61 apiece. What a game. Fast-paced basketball from both squads. And the question remains, who will pull away? Mayo draws the foul. Basket counts. And 1 for Mayo. Let's take a look at this one. He saw the mismatch against Ventura. The up fake. And Rosalin, just a little too much touch there. Mayo makes him pay. And he will go to the line for the bonus. Unable to convert though. The lead now is back to Zambales. It is a 2-point lead. Ventura dishes it to Lalika. Good setup job. Ventura to Lalika. Fomera. What is it today that both of these teams want to answer? And Allen Fomera, he always says, no, I want to answer right away. 63 all. And this is why we love basketball. 5 on the clock. Pangasinan, who do they go to? Ventura loses it. And good defensive sequence for Zambales. They hold a 3-point advantage here in the third. as head coach Christian Calagio, what adjustments will he make for the Asinideros if they want to get back here? It's only a 3-point game, very manageable. Del Rosario. Mayo, he'll try mid-range J. And that is open for him. Back-to-back shots for Mayo, giving Zambales a 5-point cushion. Weave action for Pangasinan. Oh, costly turnover. And this is what we talked about earlier. Can Zambales capitalize? Fomera kicks it out to Mayo. Back to Allen. And he has 10 to work with. They go to Del Rosario. He'll take a 3. That's a little bit to the left. And the ball will stay with Pangasinan, or Zambales rather. It is the 15th foul for Pangasinan. Oh, alley-oop play there. Unable to convert though. Fomera, foul line J, book it for Allen Fomera. And he gives Zambales a 7-point lead for the Constructicons. Let's take a look at that. 70-63 is our score. More action when we return. The action resumes here in the National Basketball League President's Cup Season 2025. It is a 7-point ball game here in our second match of today. My name is Nico Aaron, still bringing you all the action here inside the newest gym that is here at the rice capital of the Philippines, Nueva Ecija. And what a game this has been so far. Zambales and Pangasinan giving each other their best shots, as Fomera, number 12, Allen Fomera, 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. The complete performance for Fomera so far. 26 big points already, and we are only in the third period. And he comes short on that shot though. Torres, he wants to run. Good recovery for Zambales. And Allen Fomera has been holding the fort for the Constructicons. And as you saw earlier, the graphic, he had 26 points already. And that is why they have a 5-point advantage. Baseline inbound for Pangasinan. Almonte. He has 10 to shoot. Forced to put it up. Good defense by Mayo. Can he convert? We have 2:59 is our clock here in the third quarter. A lot of basketball to play. And that is another assist for Mayo. And point will go to Del Rosario. Back to a 7-point advantage for Zambales. It is now Pangasinan playing catch-up. They go to Almonte. Decides not to shoot. Oh, but Ligon does. Number 77. That is cash from the three-point arc. Pangasinan, quick answer. 4-point ball game. And Fomera says, let me do what I do best. And that's answer back. And Allen Fomera with 28 points already. And bringing this game to within 6. It is a game of your turn, my turn. Zambales and Pangasinan both coming up with answers for one another. Zambales gaining a good cushion, but Pangasinan able to answer right away. And that is why we are within 6 in this basketball game. Ligon, good shot there. That is Pio Quinto rather. And now it is a 4-point advantage for Zambales after that shot from Pio Quinto. And he tries to go for the steal. Jump ball. Possession arrow will go to... Looks like it stays with Zambales. That substitutions going on. And what a game this has been. 74-70. Both teams already at the 70-point mark. Here in the third period. 1:35 remaining. And Ventura checks back in. Both teams trying to find that big run and that double-digit cushion to pull away here. Ventura gives it to Pio Quinto. That is a good fast break connection for Pangasinan. Gloria, though, tries to answer quickly. And that is a good stop for Pangasinan. 73-74. And we need a break. That is a timeout. Because of that coach's challenge from Zambales now. Head coach's challenge. And we'll see the result when we get back.
As reviewed from the replay center, the challenge made by Zambales was successful. The ball hit the foot of Pangasinan player.
And this time, successful challenge for head coach Sultan Celis of Zambales. It hit the right foot of Number 34, this is Rosalin. So good challenge there for Zambales. They win that one this time. Possession will stay with them. They got a baseline inbound here. 14 on the shot clock. Foul off the ball. Oh, offensive foul is called on Mayo. You do not want that if you're Zambales coming off that successful challenge. So not the way they wanted it to go there. They still have that 1-point lead though. They have 74. Ventura manning the rock. Ligon tries to attack. Torres unable to hit that midi. Pio Quinto swings it out. They go to Ligon. He made the 3 earlier. Just short on that one. Helter-skelter basketball. 2-on-1 break. Mayo, he makes up for that foul and converts. Zambales now has a 4-point advantage. They are now playing the running game just when Pangasinan thought they could play it too. So does Zambales. And they now build a 4-point cushion. 30 seconds remaining here in the third period. 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Torres has it. Ventura goes to Rosalin. He'll try from deep. That is short. Zambales looking to run. Mayo, that is back-to-back points. 6-point lead now for Zambales. Rosalin runs out of time and heading into the fourth. What a turn of events it is. The Zambales Constructicons with a 6-point lead because of plays like that. As we have 79-73 fourth quarter when we return.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
And that is our Glutamax feeling guapo of the game. All smiles here. Of course, meron ka ba namang Glutamax Men? Of course, you gotta smile. And always you gotta look poised and polished. Was that a fresh haircut? I don't know, but either way, he is our Glutamax Men. As we open things up here in the fourth quarter. The action continues here in the National Basketball League President's Cup Season 2025. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman, and this has been a back and forth affair. Zambales and Pangasinan both trying to deliver their knockout blows. As we open up the fourth and final quarter of action of our second game. 8-point lead for the Constructicons. They really made do in that third quarter. But who can pull away here? Will Pangasinan be able to answer back? And Rosalin says, yes, we can. He brings this back to within 6. The story of this game has been, what you can do, I can do better. Neither team wanting to let go of the rope. Ventura with the rebound. And if you're Zambales, you want to continue what you had in that third quarter. And that was converting off of the fast break points. If you're Pangasinan, you want to open this quarter up and dictate the pace. You want to score in transition because that's what gave them the lead in that first quarter. So now the question is, whose game plan will be followed here and what adjustments will be made in this chess match of a basketball game? We have 6 points is the game. Ventura swings it. Unable to hit, but Rosalin gets the rebound. Pio Quinto goes to his big. And Aldrin Ligon able to draw the foul. One of the big men for Pangasinan. And Pangasinan looking to get back into their transition offense. That's something Zambales has been able to find an answer. But the good thing with Pangasinan is they have been able to get that second chance opportunities. And that is why you have plays like this, Aldrin Ligon at the free throw line because of that second chance bucket. And hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. We still got a good basketball game here. It's a 5-point ball game. Rosalin to Ventura. Back to Rosalin, and he is fouled. Pangasinan now finding signs of life, able to get back into the offense that got them that 12-point lead earlier. You saw that recent play. They are running the pace, pushing that ball in transition. And Brian Rosalin is rewarded with 2 trips at the line. 2 free throws for Brian. One of the solid big men for the Asinderos of Pangasinan. And all throughout these 3 quarters, the question has been who could capitalize. And Brian Rosalin now 18 big points, 7 rebounds and 2 steals, being the big man that he is, making it rain from outside but also getting the rebounds on the inside. And that is why he has 2 shots at the line right now. Can he give Pangasinan that knockout punch? And can they capitalize here? They had the biggest lead for them was 12, and the biggest lead for Zambales was 10. And every time each team had a lead, the other squad always able to answer back, and that is why we are having a 4-point affair. And we have a foul on the floor. Zambales with 3 fouls, and Lingov will be called for his second personal. Let's take a look at that one. And that is a foul right there, a shooting foul. Yeah, he hit that hand on the follow through, and for our players watching, that's very important. You know, if you're gonna close out, you make sure you close out clean. You do not want to hit the fingertips, because our referees, especially in the game nowadays, are very wary of that. And also, you want to take note of the landing spots. You want to make sure you give the shooter enough space to land on the shot, because you do not want to be called for giving him an unsafe landing. So those are very important reminders. The landing spot is very important as well. 7-point ball game. Zambales and Pangasinan. Mayo. He draws the foul. He will go back to the line. Pangasinan has been getting good looks, just unable to convert. And for Zambales, they have been getting foul after foul at the free throw line. As Mayo unable to hit that one. This is head coach Christian J. Calagio alongside his coaching staff, looking to give their squad a bounce back win in this one. Ventura swings it out. Another foul here. We got a blocking foul this time. We got, what a hoop it is for both teams. 14 on the clock. Ventura, mid-range J. Oh, that's a three-pointer rather. And the game is back to within 4. And this is what you love about hoops. Mayo, baseline attack, that's good. For John Resti Mayo, giving Zambales a 6-point advantage. Oh, the foul though will be called. Let's take a look at this. Ventura, corner three-pointer for Pangasinan. And Mayo, baseline drive. And this is what we've been talking about earlier. Both teams back and forth answers. And that is why the score is what it is. 86-81. 8 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Which team will pull away here in the fourth? Or are we going down the wire? That is about to be answered here tonight. Torres, good defense. Oh, just short on that drive. Mayo swings it. Zambales goes to their offense. Sumacab unable to hit. He's been looking for his rhythm all throughout. Good rebound by Sendanya. Ligon, all dish inside. But Ventura gives it to nobody. He thought the big man would kick out there. Torres checks out. Rosalin is back in. 18 big points for Brian Rosalin. That's why he's back on the floor. They need him to convert. And a foul on the floor on Flores. That's his 5th foul on that screen right there. Notes for all our big men. You have to be careful when you give a screen. You do not want to give any extra movement. And speaking of extra movement, Brian Rosalin not needing much to score there. And he just scores a foul on that one. Brian Rosalin making his presence felt again. Let's take a look at that. He fakes the 3, decides to go inside. Acrobatic finish for number 34. But just giving away that foul on the other end. And 2-point ball game. 7:27 in the fourth. What a game this is for those of you just joining us. My name's Nico Aaron. And we got this hoop affair in your Sunday NBL. Fomera, midline J. He's been having that all night. Alan Fomera. Cash money from the mid-range. brings this game to back within 4. Ventura, he wants to answer, no good. 6 minutes, a lot of basketball here. Fomera kicks it out to his big. Del Rosario knocking down that one. Del Rosario with the long bomb, and he gives Zambales a 7-point advantage. How will Pangasinan respond? Five to work with. Ventura, what does he do? He takes the mid-range, goes to Pio Quinto. Good dish and good patience for Pangasinan. Good answer. Both teams exchanging punches. Allen Fomera, mid-range J. That is money. And lead is back to 7 with 5 remaining here in the 4th. Pio Quinto going to work. And good defense by Dave Ednilag, the big man for Zambales. That was a good defensive possession for him, forcing the turnover. Seven points is the margin. Zambales in the driver's seat. They turn it over though. And foul on the floor. If you're Pangasinan, you do not want to lose your composure. And that is something my coach would always tell me in these moments. Whether you have the lead or you're the one catching up in a close game like this, 7 points, you do not want to lose composure. This is still a lot of basketball to play. 5 and 26 is a lot of time. And if you've been around the sport a lot, you know a lot can happen. So if you're Pangasinan, you just want to stay steady. You want to hold the fort, get stops, and take it one possession at a time. If you're Zambales, you want to build on this lead and not allow Pangasinan to get on a run. Which team will do it? It is now a 5-point outing with 5 in the 4th. Full court press by Pangasinan. Oh, that was a good defensive sequence for Pangasinan, just forcing the foul there. If they did not foul, that would have been a stop. As Fabia is caught overreaching. Zambales in the penalty. Pangasinan with 3 fouls. And that is now the 4th team foul for Pangasinan. As we have number 9, Frank Christian Dorde at the free throw line. He makes the first. Can he go 2 for 2? Will he give Zambales their 7-point lead? He does. And John Christian Dorde now, or Frank Christian Dorde rather, with 10 points already. He's also in double digits for Zambales. Chance for them to convert and widen the gap. Pangasinan looking to get a stop, and they do. Pio Quinto, fast break to Rosalin. A little short. Dorde. And he converts. It is now Zambales' biggest lead of the game. That place 3 gives them a double-digit affair. A 10-point advantage. Is this the cushion that Zambales needs to put Pangasinan away? Or will they answer? Talking about Pangasinan, Rosalin is fouled. Just when you thought Pangasinan was fighting back, Zambales able to build a 10 point cushion. Let's take a look at this one. Rosalin drawing the foul here. Good patience from Brian. And he sinks the first, trimming the lead back to single digits. Pangasinan, you know they could also come back here. Zambales had an 8-point lead. Pangasinan trimmed that earlier. Can they do that again? It is now back to single digits. 4-11 here in the fourth. Dorde off the glass and in. And he gives Zambales now a double-digit 11-point advantage. That is now their newest big lead of this game. Free throw line J, Pio Quinto unable to convert. And that is a pushing foul for Trinidad. Let's take a look at that one. Dorde off the outstretched arms of Pio Quinto, adjusting midair and getting that one off the glass. Can Zambales give the knockout punch? And speaking of knockout, Allen Formera says, let me put on the big boy gloves and do my best to put this one away. It is now a 13-point advantage for Zambales. Pangasinan backs against the wall with 3 minutes. Can they respond? And that is a good start for Pio Quinto. Good composure shown by Pangasinan here. Still 11 points. A lot of basketball here. 2 minutes and 54 seconds. That is a lot of time. Mayo unable to convert. Pangasinan on the run. Ligon. Oh, fancy finish. And Pangasinan, here they come. They want to fight back. Ten on the clock for Zambales. Hold on to your seats. Mayo for three, no good. Pangasinan gets the rebound. 2-11. What a game. Pushing foul is called. And they are now in the penalty. Ligon getting acrobatic mid-air. And he says, I need a water break. Rightfully so. He's been playing well. Can they deliver that comeback? 2-11. That is a long time and a lot of basketball if you're Pangasinan. And if you're Zambales, they had their biggest lead minutes ago at 13. It is now at 8. Can they put this one away? Or will Pangasinan deliver that comeback? And he converts. That is a big one. It is now back to 5. A free 3 for Aldrin Ligon and wait for him to convert. Timeout here. Hold on to your seats. More action when we return. We are back here inside the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. 5-point ball game here, courtesy of that free 3 hatid sa atin ni Aldrin Ligon. And we are in the deep waters. And for those of you just joining us, the name is Nico Aaron, and what a thriller it is right now here in the fourth quarter, Pangasinan and Zambales. And earlier, that was a free 3 converted by number 77 of Pangasinan, Aldrin Ligon. So, just to explain our viewers a quick refresher, teams have the option when they are in the penalty to either shoot 2 free throws or 1 shot at the 3-point line. So that time Pangasinan decided to go for the free 3 there, and good choice because they did convert, and now they are within 3 here in the fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats, do not go away. We are going to the deep waters. Allen Formera says, "Let me wear my Superman cape." Did somebody call number 12? Because Allen did answer. Allen Formera now, a big performance for him here in the fourth. He also converts the free throw, and the lead is back to 6. Pangasinan looking to respond. 1 minute. 2-point ball game. Good spin. Too strong. Ball will stay with Pangasinan, however.
8.6 seconds on the shot clock.
8.6 on the shot clock. Baseline inbound for Pangasinan. They go to Rosalin. He's converted from 3. Can he do it? Not that time. Pio Quinto though. Oh, bully boy move. And the rebound. Lead is back to 4. Woo! What a game. .111 in the fourth. Allen Formera converts, and he gives Zambales a 6-point advantage. Forces Pangasinan to call a timeout. Let's take a look at that. Spin move, midline J, and that is good. This is what we were talking about pre-game. Who will step up? Timeout. More action when we get back. Back to live action. It has been this guy, Allen Formera, number 12, with 39 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals. And Zambales really needed that performance from him because now they hold on to a 6-point advantage. The Constructicons smelling it. They want to get back in the win column. And they are 1 minute and 10 seconds away from doing so. But Pangasinan and the Asenderos say, hold on, we want to answer. Can they do it? Fabia inside to Torres. No good. Mayo is fouled. And both teams in the penalty, so he will go at the line. Fourth foul on Fabia, and Mayo will shoot 2 free throws. A chance to further themselves here, just unable to hit that one. It is Zambales looking to capitalize on the 6-point lead. Oh, 0 for 2 for Mayo. A chance for Pangasinan to claw back. No need to rush here. They just gotta convert. Unable to do so. Good stop by Zambales. And Allen Forme and number 12, Allen Fomera says, let's slow it down. They have 6-point advantage. Goes to Mayo. And Mayo makes up for those 2 free throws. Scores this one off the glass. Zambales looking to put this one away. Courtesy of this play. Fomera to Mayo. And that gives the Constructicons an 8-point advantage. Building on that lead. Timeout. More action when we get back. Back to live action here in the newest Phoenix Gym. John Mayo, the man on your screens, 15 points and 5 rebounds. One of the key cogs for Zambales. And they hold on to a 8-point advantage. The name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for today. And what a match this has been. But Zambales holding on to the driver's seat. They are a stop from taking this game away. Oh, but that is a 3-pointer from Untalan. He says, not yet. But time may not be on Pangasinan's side. What a game this has been from both squads. Pangasinan starting strong, holding on to a 12-point lead. Zambales making the adjustments in that second quarter. And then the third quarter, both teams back and forth. And here in the fourth, it has been Zambales able to capitalize and force Pangasinan to play catch-up. But you gotta give credit to Pangasinan though. And the man on your screens, head coach Christian Calagio. They fought hard in this one, never letting Zambales to get away with a big lead. It's just that time is not on their side right now, as Zambales holds on to a 5-point cushion. And 6.9 is still a lot of time in basketball terms, but Pangasinan will need stops. And we talked about adjustments early on. The adjustment that Zambales made, forcing Pangasinan to play the half-court game. And when Pangasinan would turn over the ball, Zambales would run. And they've done a good job in that. And for Pangasinan, they have been showed spurts of how they play in their offense. But just maybe too late a hero for the Asinderos of Pangasinan. As they talk things over here. And this match so big for both squads because Zambales and Pangasinan both coming from a loss. And so that is why a win here would be so pivotal for themselves.
The ball will stay
in
with
the team
Pangasinan
standings. And so far it looks like Zambales smells victory here. Let's take a look at this replay. The ball is with Allen Fomera. He is double teamed. And that is why, good job there by Pangasinan forcing the turnover. They get the ball back. 6.9 on the clock. They need to convert in this possession. They give it to Ligon. Untalan. He'll try a three. That is short. And time runs out. There you have it. The Zambales Constructicons building on this one in constructing a bounce back victory. Zambales is back in the win column with a dub over the Pangasinan Asinderos. 109-104. Wow, what a game that was. If you're a basketball fan, that couldn't have gone any better, because it is Zambales winning this one courtesy of this man, Allen Fomera. 39 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals. And he stepped up when needed for the Constructicons. Coming from a loss, they needed to win this one. And Zambales is now back in the win column. What a game. And what a set of basketball for both teams, actually. Credit to them. And Allen stepping up for Zambales, giving them this bounce back victory. 109-104 is our final score here in the fourth quarter of our NBL President's Cup 2025. But Pangasinan not going down without a fight. Can't take away anything from them. They fought hard until the very last minute. As we take a look at the Powered Up Plays brought to you by Smart. This is our Powered Up Plays in the first quarter. It was Pangasinan dictating the pace, showing beautiful highlight reel plays on that one. They played fast, they played quick, and they played early. They wanted to score there and dictating the pace in the first quarter, but Zambales able to make the adjustments. First quarter there, 32-21, Pangasinan had the lead. Second quarter, Zambales with the answer. They slowed down the pace, they played half court, and they got their offense going. Allen Fomera finding his rhythm. And good fight as well for Pangasinan, answering back. Guys like number 34, that's why the first half it was 46 apiece. And the third quarter, back and forth that one was. Big buckets from guys like Brian Rosalin, Allen Fomera, and the rest of the Zambales Constructicons and Pangasinan Asinderos. This game did not go to 20-point deficits. It was back and forth. Just when one team had a lead, the other always had an answer. End of the third, it was Zambales 79-73, and to open up the fourth, wow, this quarter I would say showed a lot of basketball. And it was your turn, my turn. What you can do, I can do better. Del Rosario, the big man, knocking the three. And Fomera just putting this one away for Zambales. But Pangasinan showing a lot of fight here in the fourth. Neither team letting go of the rope, but in the end, it was Zambales coming out on top. And those were our smart, powered up plays. What a game that was. And that was a treat for all of our NBL fans here in the venue, as we are here inside the newest Phoenix University for our NBL President's Cup action. Zambales going at it. And so on behalf of all our hardworking men and women of our NBL production team and crew, this has been Nico Aaron, your anchorman for today, saying thank you, and we will see you next time for more action here in your National Basketball League President's Cup 2025.
Started a day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo Vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.